Hey guys, this is Those Guys with your host Matt Marrero along with the other host.
Tristan Walter.
Yes, and this episode is a little different, for some of you that are watching on our YouTube channel because this episode is being filmed. Technicolor, Tristan. This is the way of the future. Movies, digital, all
No.
this camera stuff, this is the way of the future, Tristan.
Oh no.
Not our future, but just everyone's future. This is just the way technology is going, I think, instead of this whole audio radio stuff. I think this might pick up, and people might start and go see some of those talking pictures. But anyway,
Yeah, right.
I know.
We should start doing this for other things that we have, right?
Yeah, no, our audio Let's Plays have not been going over very well.
Yeah, right. It's been weird.
It's been really weird. Everyone's like, I guess it's a good game. Anyway, but in all seriousness, guys, why are we on camera? And of course, if you're listening to this through our Blog Talk Radio account, we're not on camera. So nothing has changed for you. But,
Well.
right? Tristan, nothing has changed for them. But the reason why we're on camera, the reason why we're doing this is because this is going to be, as of right now anyway, our last 3 episodes, our podcast episodes, for Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super, it's sadly coming to a close. It's not winding down necessarily, but definitely the episode count is. It's coming to a close. So we thought that it would be best to kind of film this, kind of make it a bigger event. And also, we wanted to talk about, at least in this episode, we wanted to not just talk about these two, but also about our thoughts on the series itself. A little bit. Kind of like, basically like a, not so much a summary, but just us saying like, wow, like this series, it meant a lot to us.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's performed as well as we thought it would on, like at least to where we wanted it to be. Which, I mean, you know, you can say, who cares what you want, which is fair, I guess, but because I clearly it's making money and clearly people are watching it, so that, to be fair, that is true. But yeah, so first off, let's at least talk a little bit about these 2 episodes before talking about how we got here, basically. So, talking about these 2 episodes, 17, basically, if we had to just, which we're not going to, but if we had to just summarize them in 2 sentences, it's basically 17 is not with us anymore, and Vegeta sacrificed himself, but not in the 17 way, to I'm sorry, I think Vegeta was one of the best eliminations, and that's not even sarcasm.
Oh yeah, no. Vegeta was totally fine.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. 17, I think, was one that, it's not one of the worst, because obviously it's nice that he's become a bit more human, I guess.
Yeah.
But 17 was really frustrating because, okay, so I've been saying this for the past few episodes now. If you've been listening to our podcast, or if you've been seeing them with fun little photoshopped pictures over on our, Those Guys on the Radio YouTube channel. But the thing is, the reason, what gets me is I know that we can't have Jiren actually kill somebody because then it's immediate, it's an immediate DQ, and then the series is over. So
Right.
obviously I get it. But it is so frustrating how, they have to do these workarounds where it's like, oh, we want 17 to sacrifice himself in a blaze of glory. So to do that, we're going to have him explode.
Yeah.
So that he can block the attack from the other 2, sacrifice himself, save the other 2, and, just come off looking like a great guy and have his, great lines. Because I guess they just thought, we've made him so powerful, how can we have him just fall off the edge? Which, but again, it's just so frustrating because he had to self-destruct, explode himself, just so that Jiren wouldn't get that DQ, and then they couldn't, they would end the plot right there.
Right.
So it was so frustrating to me because I know that you couldn't have the Zenos just be that entranced by what's going on to say, who cares? He died, so what? Like, I think at that point, Whis' dad would step in and be like, nah, guys. Like, he killed that one. This is not a special attack. He killed him.
I mean,
so...
Yeah.
I know, but there's a difference, dude. There's a difference between, oh wow, that attack is cool, skirting the rules, versus murder.
Yeah.
Like that's a defined rule.
I'm
That I don't think the Zeno, like the guy would let the Zenos get away with
I'm
that.
so done with Xenos. I'm just so done with them.
Why? They're rooting for Goku.
I know.
I'm so sorry. Do you not want to root for Goku with them? Why are they on your shit list again? They were on your shit list for a while, and I understood it, because they were being annoying. What have they done lately? What have they done lately?
Because they're just doing what they've always done, and I feel like it's not needed at all.
I feel like you're only going to be happy if one of them dies and the other one goes Super Saiyan holding the other one. Like, you want something tragic to happen when they're just, like, they're 5 years old.
Yes, they're also all-powerful.
Yeah, well, that happens sometimes, Tristan. That's what a democracy is, having kings. Tristan,
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Matt,
and call you on your bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, so, I understand why you would.
It's just, okay, they haven't done anything specific, that's the thing, but I'm just so annoyed with what else is going on that just hearing them being, ooh, ah, for the millionth time, I'm just like, shut up and sit in the corner!
I will admit, though, while they haven't done anything that I think deserves your ire, they haven't been funny since, like I think their funniest moment out of, not the entire series, but this entire tournament arc, was Warrior, Sleep, from, like, the little one, like, Warrior, Sleep. Wow, so cool! Like, that, to me, was the funniest thing. But since then, they've been so, they just haven't really done much in terms of comedic, just general, what's the word I'm looking for here? On a podcast, no less, I forget. It's the video that's doing it to me. Just comedy, like, comedic relief, right? They are not really providing much of it because obviously there's so much tension going on, but you have to be reminded that they're there, so even just them going, ooh, ah, to Tristan, he's like, stop it! Your oohs and ahs are upsetting me.
Well, it's funny. We have to be reminded that Frieza is still there, too.
I'm super confused about that. Because, I get it. No one should be rooting for Frieza. Unless you're Maximum the Hormone, no one's going to be rooting for Frieza. But, my thing is, though, he's still there as a representative of Universe 7. So it's so strange when it's just like, if Goku's gone, who can help us? Frieza's like, I was literally called in as a last resort. Yeah. Really? Are we really going to do this now?
Yep.
Really? Sure, I'm evil, and I hate all of you, and I've killed many of you. That's the thing too, right?
I would have liked it if Frieza had at least wounded Jiren, which I'm assuming that might still happen, but
yeah,
like 17 got to. That was still nice. 17 got a back shot, and that was great.
We're gonna get the Cell moment with Vegeta, but with Frieza.
Oh no.
We're gonna get that. He's gonna be like, did someone just hit me with some kind of beam to my neck?
Right.
I hate you, Goku. Boom! Just falls to the floor. Just literally just
No, apparently Frieza doesn't hate him anymore, because, well, that's later on, but, like, Goku's surging, to get back up again, and all his friends telling him, you can't give in. Even Frieza's like, you have to do it.
That's all in his head. That's in Goku's head.
Right.
That's not actually Frieza.
True. Goku's in no way. Like, yeah, we're all best buddies now.
Frieza's like, wow, you really forgive people who kill your entire race. Good for you. And good friends. That you forget.
And almost family.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I will admit, I think talking about the entire series as a whole, briefly, because again, that's what we're also doing here in this particular episode. I just don't. I'm okay with Frieza being relied upon, like, oh, it's all of us or it's none of us.
Right.
But, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it would be... even though Funimation should stick to the actual script and not deviate, I'm not the biggest fan when they deviate too much. Sans, obviously I have to work with mouth flaps, right? Yeah. But I'm not a big fan of, like, the, even though my comedy senses love it, my anime senses do not enjoy the, wait till the fish jumps. Like that whole thing.
Right.
I will still argue, like, no, to this day, right? But my thing is this, though. I think it would just be a completely missed opportunity if Funimation didn't have Frieza going, if you don't win, I'll kill you myself, or something.
Right.
Like, it's just so strange, like, that to have him be like, Goku-san, granted, of course, it's just in Goku's head, but I just feel like it's like, guys, let's please remember that just 50 episodes ago, even, not 50, but like 100 episodes ago, no, not 100, wow, actually, no, Frieza appeared again in like 2021. So about 100 episodes ago, Frieza was literally trying to kill the Earth. Again!
Right.
It was his second coming. Literally, freaking the dude transformed and everything. You're sitting here, you're just like, yeah, no, that guy's evil. So I feel like they've... And again, maybe it's just Goku in that moment and we're nitpicking. But it does feel like we're supposed to rely on Frieza and be like, look at him. And it's like, no, he has not changed at all.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Frieza does something stupid and doesn't actually support Goku and actually tries to push them both over the edge or something. Which would make sense, because it's Frieza.
Right.
I'd be okay with that. Like, him trying to, not actually doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's so frustrating that it feels like there's this... And again, maybe they're really trying hard to swerve us, even though you and I and many other fans are like, you're not going to get us, though.
Right. I mean,
I know
it's funny, as
yeah.
I was watching the episodes, looking through a few, because I've been watching through Crunchyroll, but looking at one of the comments, it was like, the whole, like, forgetting Frieza's there, or, that kind of thing. It's like, reminded that, yes, we are all talking about a show for children, but that doesn't mean that it can't still have good writing. And it has catered to older fans, obviously. We're here talking about it, so
Yeah.
it's not, and it's not like we don't like the series, but it's kind of like there's still not, it's hard to keep both audiences, I guess, because we're gonna see the shortcomings more now than we saw it when we were younger, like with
Of course, like Well, my thing is this: it's not. I don't think the children audience is being like. I think it's not so much with Frieza being missing that it's like, oh, they're doing that. Like I don't think it's so much like they're writing for kids in that regard. I think it's more so writing for kids like a big reveal that to us we're like, that's not a big reveal.
Right.
Like if Frieza's like, actually, I was evil the whole time. What? How did I not? Krillin? Oh no. He actually got me. It's like, you mean the guy that killed you didn't have a change of heart? Who would have killed you twice? Who would have killed you 3 times? Yeah. After 3 times, I'm like, sorry guys, I can't trust you like that.
Right.
By the way, if everyone's like 3 times, yeah, because he came to Earth as Mecha Frieza, and then during the movie 15, which yes, it's still movie 15. Revival of Resurrection of Reviving the F. He could have killed Krillin 3 times. He took the shot the first time. 3 times. Like, I can't... So, to me, I feel like if that is a twist that they're trying to go for, that, I think, goes to your point more. But Frieza being missing, I think it's more so they want us to not think of him, focus in on the action, which, to be fair, Young Yu would have done. And then Frieza's going to appear, maybe not next episode, but at least 2 episodes from now.
Right.
So I don't think that part is the whole writing for kids thing. But definitely is he gonna turn good? Also, even because we're doing kind of, a look back, I guess, if you will, through the series, when Hit killed Goku.
Right. Oh, jeez.
That was kind of just like, are you... Really?
Yeah.
Really now? I know that, anime's been doing stuff like that for years now, but it's like, really? He killed Goku? Okay. That's, whatever. It's just, it happens, I guess. Sometimes Goku gets killed. Arguably, technically, he does.
Right.
But, I don't... But anyway, so back here, though, 17 died. Obviously, and by the way, I would also like to mention... Just because we get something doesn't mean that we... Because I think that there are some fans out there that they either say... And by the way, they say this both. They say, if I get something, then that means that it's too easy, and why is it being done? if I know that this plot point is coming, it's completely ruined, right? But then the same fan says, this isn't how I wanted it.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're doing that necessarily, right? And I don't think we're in that camp because, I'm okay with assuming and guessing that not only is Universe 7 going to win, but everyone's going to be restored with the Super Dragon Balls. Not only is everyone going to be restored, but everyone includes Android 17. Because that would be so funny if, we want everyone from every other universe restored. Krillin's like, Goku?
Yeah.
What? 18 is furious.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
He's like, we could maybe talk to Shenron?
Well, that's the other thing.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
I wonder if maybe they just go back to Earth, and although I don't know if Shenron could manage that.
No. He can help 17, but not... Because 17 is from his universe.
Right, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, going back to Earth and being like, alright, let's wish back 17.
Though I have to admit, though, even though Dragon Ball is a very fun series and I love their comedy, I don't know if... I think that would be considered too dark. Like, maybe they might not realize it's dark. I think it would be dark if it's
the
like
Saiyan
just...
Saga? The Frieza Saga?
Dragon Ball, not Z.
Okay,
what the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about Dragon Ball's humor being funny. What I'm trying to get at here, Tristan, is despite their humor... Okay, I'm saying the humor. Like, they didn't sit there and kill Krillin and think, man, this is fucking hilarious. Like, no, Krillin died because it can get dark. I'm talking about the humor aspect. The reason why I'm saying this, though, is I think it's very, very dark if literally Goku's like, oh, whoops, I forgot to wish back your dead brother. Don't worry about it. Like, I don't know if everyone's going to be laughing like, oh, Goku, you rapscallion. You forgot to bring back the dead. Like, even when because when it happened in Z, everyone was freaking out. If you don't remember, it wasn't like on Earth. Everyone was on Earth, but it was about Namekians. Where on Namek, Vegeta killed a bunch of Namekians. So when they were like, oh, well, let's wish back every Namekian that was killed by Frieza, people were looking around like, where's this village? And Vegeta was like, oh, I killed them. And people were like, you asshole.
Right.
So no one laughed at that. There was no laugh although now I'm thinking there should definitely be, I might edit in a laugh track. But there was no, you might see that on our TG Productions YouTube channel. But anyway, but all seriousness, right? There was no comedy there. So I don't think, even though they're infusing Dragon Ball comedy, I don't think it would be the only, although I will give you this one thing, though. The weirdest thing about Dragon Ball comedy, and that's just being dated, I guess, is, the Bulma stuff. That is just like, no, right? But everything other than the Bulma stuff and some of the Oolong stuff with the girls in the village that was really fucking creepy. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I do.
That was... Yeah, right? You're like, I remembered that now, and man... You're like, well, time to get the whiskey. That's going to make me forget that plot. But at the same time, while they had those arcs, they had, like, the bunny on the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, they had really strange humor there. But still, back to Super... So yeah, I hope not, that they're going to have Goku be like, oh no, I forgot.
No.
Whoops.
I mean, I wouldn't say that either, and I don't think he's going to forget.
Yeah, but they could go to Earth, technically, according to the rules of their set by Dragon Ball.
Right.
Z and onward. They could technically go to Earth and be like, bring 17 back.
Right, use the Dragon Balls from Earth to bring 17 back, while they use the Super Dragon Balls to restore the universes.
Exactly. Now, I have a question for you. So I'm not, before I talk about the question, I want to give you a little background, and the fans too. I'm not a big fan myself of how ultra bloody Z was. Why? Because there was blood in the manga, but I felt like the anime sometimes went a bit too far, even more than its manga counterpart, right? Like, not just like a blood trickling down, someone's mouth or at their head, like Goku and Raditz. I know why they're coughing up all that blood. But sometimes it was a large amount where it's like, okay, guys, we get it. You can show the blood, right? So I'm not a big fan of... I thought it was
still appropriate, so...
No, it's appropriate in terms of what they went through. I'm just saying that, remember that even back then, Z was a kid's show in Japan.
Yeah.
So it's just weird to me. Like, it seems edgy. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Super edgy. Like, oh, the blood. Oh my goodness. Wow. Because it feels like one of those, the fans have to be like, see, this show isn't for kids. The blood, it's not for children. It's not for children. It's for adults like me, Desu. So, my whole thing is this, Tristan. While I don't necessarily miss that blood, I have to admit, though, I really enjoyed when the way 16 was killed and how that triggered Gohan Super Saiyan 2 form. Right? Because not only is it, android versus human body, but also it just felt really emotional, and it really, whenever I think about that scene, I think about being a kid and thinking like, so how are they going to make 16 better? And then Cell just fucking crushes his head. And even though they edited that on the TV broadcast, like edited the blood out, which I think, was there blood for 16? I think 16 had blood. Did he?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't remember crystal clear.
Yeah, because he shouldn't have had blood, because he was full android.
Right,
But
yeah.
my point is that he got his head crushed. Even they did an intricate cut where you didn't see, the head crush.
Yeah,
but, it was
stepping
still
on his face, yeah.
But it was still done enough that it was like, oh my god, he just got his head crushed, and then you see the chip and everything, and I'm like, oh my god. So even though I don't want, people coughing up blood and, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, I do feel like 17's death was super confusing because the way they showed it, it felt like the way they've showed every other fake out. Because they didn't show him exploding, unless I missed something, because my Crunchyroll app was acting up.
Yeah.
They didn't show, a chip, or they didn't show, his arm, which I'm not saying you should...
Yeah. He went with the blast.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't even give you, a close-up, like how when Vegeta was using the move.
Yeah.
That he used from Z to fight Boo.
Yes.
Not even like that, but he was just
course,
enveloped by the blast. You know what would have been a good one?
What?
When Goku, from Z, when Goku used instant transmission to transport Cell away from Earth, and and Cell explodes, and you just see you see Goku's silhouette, and then everything just whites out. That would have been nice.
Yeah, and I get that with the Vegeta thing when he, exploded. When he exploded himself. Everyone's exploding themselves, man. It's the hip new thing to do. When he blew up again, the close-up was basically a reshot, kind of like just a way to make you kind of feel a little bit of nostalgia when he first did it in Z. But still, the white silhouette thing is something they've been doing for years with Piccolo, with many characters. He said with Goku. So many characters in Dragon Ball Z have had that. So I'm wondering if this is some weird fake out. But again, it can't be a weird fake out because even fucking the Zenos and Whis' dad are like, nah, dude, he's dead.
Right.
He's super dead. So unless 17 is the master tactician, and he's like, they thought I was eliminated, but really I'm not. It's just like, but if you're eliminated, then you can't, if you hit Jiden, it'll be like a double DQ. I don't know what they would do.
Yeah.
I'd be now you're really, so he's dead. But the way they did the shot, again, I'm not advocating for super ultra violent gore. That's, to me, that's for other shows, for other anime, right? But I still don't get why you don't have 17, I'm not saying you have to show his inner circuitry and get too weird with it, because again, arguably it's no, the blast completely exploded him, which, it would be clean, there would be nothing left.
That's what happened.
Yes, but the fact that they didn't show the silhouette, it's just so strange to me, like you said, just something to signify, oh no, this is his doom.
He's gone.
Yeah, it was very strange. I don't know. And also, interestingly enough, maybe it's a TV edit. Because, sometimes TV edits will do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Where certain shows, it's funny, even late night shows, where you're like, oh God, Matt, these late night shows, they're going to be showing stuff, Matt, blood or otherwise, and they'll actually have, intricate darkness like literally over certain body parts.
Yeah.
Or the red will be blocked, obscured via something.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting because then people are watching it. Even Crunchyroll gets TV edits because obviously they're getting them as they air. Right. And then you buy the DVD, either North America or, Japanese, I guess, if you want to. Or when you see it on Adult Swim, depending on the show, they might also have the DVD version. Depends on the show. Obviously, if a show's that bloody, maybe they don't. But I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Dead Man Wonderland got...
Oh, yeah.
But the Japanese version got a lot of, things being blocked and obscured because of the TV edits.
Yeah.
And if there were TV edits in the US version when I saw it on Toonami, boy, did I not notice.
Right? There still were.
Oh, there were. Okay, well...
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
For a few of them. Maybe not all of them, but there were definitely a few of them where they're nope, not showing that one.
All right, so then that's the thing, too. So that even for that show in the U.S., it got TV edits, and that's a late-night show here as well. So that's my take on it. Perhaps this was an intricate TV edit that might be changed on the Blu-ray?
I really don't think that was it. I think they just...
Yeah. So why would they not show that?
Well, that's the thing. I feel like they just... I don't want to call it a cop-out, but...
No, censorship. Self-censorship.
I mean, I don't even think it's a censorship thing, though, Matt. I think it's just they needed... They wanted to do something dramatic.
Yeah.
But it...
Well, because he's dead, so it's not... If he's not dead for some odd reason...
Right.
Then... you could say it's a cop-out, in a sense. Even though some people would say, we saw it coming. No, but it's not...
There are better ways, because no one has died in this entire tournament. Now, all of the sudden, 17 had to blow himself up. Now, I get it, to stop Jiren's blast from knocking out Goku and Vegeta while he shielded them so they could gain some of their stamina back. I get why. But I feel like they could have written it in a different way. And, okay, it's kind of looping back into the fan that doesn't, what you said before. I just feel like it was a terrible way for 17 to go. I loved his line. I loved his one-liner when he's sacrificing myself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a human thing to do. That's very in character for him, and that was nice.
Yes.
But the fact that he had to blow himself up to stop the blast... Because I feel like Frieza's still in it, too. The two of them could have ganged up on Jiren for at least a few seconds. I just,
But you're throwing me off here, Tristan, because that has nothing to do with what I was just saying.
Okay.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But, and you can call it a cop-out in that regard. Because you made it sound like you just said to me, Tristan, and to all the fans out there. I'm kidding. But, I mean, they are out there. 5 of them. But, no, it sounded like you said to me, they didn't show the white face. Why? Because it was a cop-out. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, the not showing the white face is the cop-out? No, just the fact that he died. Which, you're 100... Which, no, but I give you that, though.
My idea is they didn't think it through enough to even think, oh, that would be nice to put in. Or that would be a good thing to put in there.
No,
I just think they just didn't do it.
No. That, I disagree with you 100%.
Okay.
Because what? You think, dude, this takes a long time to make. They didn't look at it last week and go, shit, do we have to kill off someone? Let's just kill 17.
Yeah.
They had this plan for months.
It's been in the pipeline, yeah.
For months.
Right.
Now, granted, yes, Super has had some issues with animation. No, I'm going to give you that 100%. They totally have.
Yeah.
But I would argue they would not put it in.
That's been, kind of because of their schedule has been so jam-packed and hectic. So, not shitting on them in that respect or anything.
No, I would argue they wouldn't put it in for, let's say, a budgetary concern. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know? But to say, oh, they didn't put it in because they didn't plan it, it's like, no, dude, this has been planned. Unless Toriyama does something completely different, I would imagine they're talking to him and they're, you know, they know what's going on here. Yeah. So I disagree with you 100% and for your reason why. But I do agree with you that the idea of 17 dying was very much out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They didn't seem to build... Because Vegeta sacrificing himself, they've actually built that character arc up for the entire show. Right. Basically with Vegeta and technically Vegeta and Goku working together, which they have worked together recently, but just Vegeta giving that energy, it's something that I think about the entire show, right? The entire show, overall. I feel like the only time he's ever done that, and please correct me, Tristan, but the only time he's ever done that is in a non-canon movie called The Legendary Super Saiyan.
Right, yeah.
Isn't that the only time?
I want to say he gave energy to this.
Yeah.
Well, no, because even then, Vegeta was fighting off... Because I was going to say when they fought Kid Buu. Like, he gave energy
wasn't
to the
he...
Spirit Bomb. But no, he was buying time for Goku.
Yes, I love it. So I'd rather do this than ever think of helping you with my own energy. But Vegeta, you're technically helping me with your own energy. I will stop fighting him. Right. I will stop fighting him right now. I will turn this entire planet around, Goku.
Yeah.
Kakarot.
So, like, and Vegeta, you know, gives it his all, and he's even standing on nothing. He can't even go blue anymore, and he's standing up to Jiren.
Yeah.
And the idea that he thinks of his family and even everybody else from Universe 7 and even the Saiyans of Universe 6, you know, it really shows how far Vegeta has come.
Also, I know we've made jokes, and the internet has made a lot of jokes, but I'm pretty sure, 100% sure, that it's confirmed now. I've never seen any interview about it, but it has to be 100% confirmed that Tarble doesn't exist. At this point, Tristan, it has to be confirmed. Like, he's thinking of his entire family, and even though he's appeared in only one OVA, you don't even get, like, a half a second flash. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed, like, how non-canon, despite the fact that it, in my opinion, fit into the canon, how non-canon, hey, Son Goku and his friends returns is.
Yeah.
It was just so strange, though, because I thought it fit into the canon very well. And maybe it's canon to Z and not Super. I mean, again, Super is also so weird with the way that their movies worked, and now, you know, Super adapted it. And then the manga is its own thing, seemingly, in some respects. So yeah, no, but it seems like Tarble just doesn't exist, right?
Yeah.
Because Vegeta thinks, my entire family, my wife, my child, also random guy from other universe, how's it hanging? But not his brother.
I mean, yeah, they only met recently, but like, no, not his brother. That's a good point. But like,
yeah, legit, not his brother. I was just like, ooh, that one stung. Like, I was just imagining Vegeta being like, I remember him. Like, literally his brother. I think he's gonna mention me. I met him at a deli in West City. Wait, what? One of the best deli guys I've ever met. Made a beautiful Reuben. God bless that man. What the hell? Like, just Tarble, like Tarble's wife. Like, it's okay, sweetie. You guys just met. Besides, we're all gonna die anyway. All right, that's comforting. No, but by the way, I have a question for you, Tristan. How did you... So, we already mentioned we're not a big fan of 17 dying in this way. Despite the fact that, like you said, though, I agree with you 100% on his speech. His speech, done very well.
On point, right.
On point. So in that regard, I guess you could say it's good character development. But I have to admit, though, throughout Super, it never occurred to me that he was less than human.
I mean...
Like, he seemed more human than ever, really. In that time gap, in that time span, that, you know, when we last saw him. He seems like the most human. He seems like this really cool environmentalist that wants to protect the animals. I mean, granted, yes, more animals than humans, but still.
I mean, he wants to spend time with his family.
Yes,
which we still haven't seen.
I mean, we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. But he'll be good. He'll be doing just fine. Either that or they'll visit him in heaven, which can happen in canon. So, like, who cares? Who cares about death anymore?
Yeah, they can take the short way or they can take the long way, whichever goes.
Yeah, and by long way, we just mean the next villain, whoever that is. Like, so about a year. Krillin's like, I might have a year left. What do you mean? Are you okay? Are you sick? No, just, we're gonna fight someone else after this. I know it. Oh, Jesus. Like, Krillin has to continuously throw away calendars, just like days since the last, time I had to fight someone in, like, for the entire Earth.
Right.
Literally, it's like, well, have to throw that away. But anyway, so, but when it comes to when it comes to Goku going Ultra Instinct and apparently mastering it, if you will. My question to you is this, Tristan. I know that he was at the end of his rope. It's been a very, very long battle.
Yeah.
But do you think, I personally feel like I know he was at the edge, so that's why they obviously would have been terrible if he got hit with the punch. But I kind of think he should have. I think it should, because I know he's at the end of his rope.
Yeah.
But it seems like he always is at this point in the fight.
Yeah.
Like, I know dramatically, you know, to kind of, with the setup of the episode, with the setup of the, you know, of a show in general, yes, it makes more sense at the end of the episode. Yes, it makes more sense after he heard everyone saying, "You can do this, Goku." Right. Like, it makes sense. But literally at any point, he's at the end of his rope. So to me, I'm thinking maybe just get punched really hard.
Yeah.
So hard that it's like, oh, he really has. And maybe it sucks, though, because I think if that did happen, I hate to say it, but us, and I'm sure other people would have been like, really? He got hit with that punch, and now he's going full anime? But regardless, it's full anime, I think.
Mean, yeah,
regardless, it's full anime. That's the issue, right? Regardless, it's like either it's full anime because he heard the cries of his friends, and that allowed him to go to the next level again, or master it, and really, seemingly master it. Or the second thing, where he gets hit so hard with the punch, but the thing is, I just thought that you had to replicate, or it would have been smart of them to replicate the Spirit Bomb thing again.
Right, his body is in such dire danger that it finally,
which
Ultra
arguably
Instinct bursts forth once again.
Yes, which arguably, yes, he is in dire danger when he's about to get hit with that punch.
If Vegeta's saying, you know, why are his fists so heavy? It's any indication, it's like, Goku's hurting too. Although, was it just me, or when Jiren did that one chop to the shoulder on Vegeta, I'm like, so Vegeta's arms are broken.
When are they not broken, though?
I mean,
when are his arms not broken? Like, I would not trust Vegeta with holding anything. If I had to, pass that over here. Dude, I don't trust your arms. Your arms are continuously broken.
18 just gives you a nod from the fucking stands.
18? Who? I feel like we made the joke, who hasn't Frieza killed on that dais? Who hasn't broken Vegeta's arm on that dais? Feel like I think maybe technically Frieza didn't break his arm. Maybe?
No, but he definitely broke his kidneys.
Yeah, no, he broke. I think he pierced him literally through the heart, right?
Well, that too. Yeah.
It was through the heart. Yeah. So it's like, I kept your arms intact through the heart. Well, okay, yes, but it's not your arm. But anyway, back to, I don't know. I feel like he should have gotten hit in the face.
That would have been hilarious. Imagine if Frieza just like, hey, Vegeta, why don't you spout out about being a Super Saiyan to him? Maybe that'll knock him off the edge. Vegeta's like, I really don't have time for you right now, Frieza.
Let me explain something to you, Frieza. I will use you to beat up Jiren. What, you're going to try to manipulate me? No, I will pick you up by your tail and slam you into Jiren.
Honestly, if that happens, I will be totally behind that 100%. If Goku does that at some point, that would be glorious.
That would be... no.
It's never gonna happen, maybe. But...
No. But one thing I want to say, though, speaking about, again, Goku getting hit in the face, I do wonder maybe if they spared that only because it might actually have killed him, like, in canon. Yeah. Which, again, like, I keep on thinking about, like, if Jiren keeps on holding back, you're like, oh, I'm holding back, but now I'm not. And everyone else is getting weaker because they're in pain.
Yeah.
Why hasn't someone gotten inadvertently killed by a Jiren punch yet? Yeah. I'm sure you can argue that Jiren is trying to be very, very, very precise with at least, not dealing lethal death blows or anything.
I mean, but I'm guessing even Jiren has gotten tired at this point. I mean, it's hard to tell, really.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm not trying to get into some really shitty power levels debate, because I don't want to do that, because we've been doing that for so long. I understand some people can be getting annoyed by it. But I'm really just kind of sitting here like, so how is Jiren not killed anyone? And I know everyone has to sit me down, talk to me, be like, Matt, you really need to work on your suspension of disbelief. It's just very, very hard because there's rules in place.
Yeah. Hey,
Like,
I'd say I have a pretty high suspension of disbelief, and even me at moments, I'm like, guys, come on.
Because I mean, let's implore, let's ask the fans for their energy. Let's look towards the camera, be like, please give us your, please, spare. Well, no, because my whole thing is this, right? It's not like, because in any other arc, there was never really rule, like Cell never said, he never said, oh, if I kill you, I'm disqualified. Like, no, it's like, I'm looking to fight. And if you die, oh, well, like, literally, Hercule is the luckiest man on Earth. Like, the fact that Hercule, sure, Cell's like, I held back, but even then, he freaking flew into a freaking,
cliff
into
face.
the mountain. Yeah, into the cliff face. So, my thing is that I just feel like when there's these kind of rules in place, and Jiren's like, I won't be holding back anymore. It should have, during, not 17, because 17, obviously, renewable energy, whatever, but when you literally get hit, and your name is, actually, no, Frieza was even somewhat at that level, but, like, when Vegeta was just punching him, when he was just, like, literally, Jiren's like, dude, I don't know how to tell you this, but your punches are not
doing anything.
Not even
he even
punches.
says to him, it's like, no transform state this time, and he's like, bah, my base form is enough to take you. Oh, God, those are my organs.
Yeah, right? Just, hey, Kakarot, Vegeta, you know what organ failure feels like, right? In one timeline, sure, why?
Oh.
Well,
I'm feeling...
I think I might be feeling it. Just, I love it. Just,
hey, how many kids? Does it remind you of that time that I grabbed you by the neck with my tail and punched you in the back repeatedly? Oh, how could I forget?
Yes, it does. Oh, well, that sucks.
Oh.
Well,
awkward.
Well, yeah,
still
right?
funny for me, though, but...
my God. But still, I think I asked you this before, and I don't know if I talked to you. I'm pretty sure I talked to you about this once.
Right.
Shouldn't they have brought Dende to heal them? Wouldn't that have been a nice fucking Zenkai boost?
Yeah, I mean, well, they brought... Oh, wait. You don't mean, like, Dende being in the fight?
Yes.
I don't know if that's against the rules.
No, it's a technique.
True.
Granted, yes, you would have lost Frieza, which wouldn't have not done well.
Yeah.
Losing anyone on that team, I think.
Yeah.
Sans maybe because even Roshi brought his, technical knowledge to the fight.
Yeah.
So, his skills. But I still feel like, did we mention this before on the podcast? Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, tell us below, because I'm pretty sure we have not. But if we have, I still am pushing harder for it now. By the way, if anyone heard a ringing in the background, that's the broken hard drive that I'm still trying to get stuff off of. That 3 terabyte from months ago that is doing worse and worse and worse.
Behind those guys.
Those guys behind the scenes.
I heard it too, but I'm like, I'm not going to say anything.
I don't know if they heard it on camera, but I mean, if you heard it, and granted, you're on the same desk. Not him personally, but the laptop is on the same desk.
I'm sitting next to Matt as we speak. Never mind the images that you see.
Yeah, right? Never mind that. But anyway, I feel like Dende should have been in it, but whatever. But moving back to, just Goku. Obviously, if he would have gotten hit, he probably would have died, so I get it. But, still so strange that they went with, granted, it's just so anime. Which is why it's just, in a way, it makes sense that they went with the whole, you can do it, Goku, Goku-san, Kakaroto, da-da-da, and everyone's like, yay, we love you. He did not see Chi-Chi, though, did he? I think he only saw everyone on the team, or did he see Chi-Chi?
No, I think it was just the people on the team.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Just Roshi comes in, you have a wife!
Right, yeah. It's like, Goku, Vegeta saw his wife and his kids. Goku, I mean, technically one of your kids is here, but you do have another.
Yes,
you do remember that, don't you?
Yeah,
he looks exactly like you.
He literally looks more like you than Gohan does.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah, that's
but
upsetting.
my
I
God.
think I actually just
Uh,
forgot that because you know what the thing was for me when
mm-hmm,
Goku finally went Ultra Instinct
mm,
again. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
you know what? I'm just gonna let everything else go because we're finally here.
Yeah. So
I
is
shouldn't,
he?
but
So
we're finally here.
I have a question. I have a question. So he, do you think he's gonna go have like full gray or something like
Yes.
that? Do you think it's okay? So it is confirmed. He's actually gonna go full gray.
Yeah.
Not like that's a weird in between.
Nope.
Wait, what?
Well, what do you mean weird in between?
His current state, he's not full gray like his
Oh,
hair.
okay. Yeah.
Is he gonna transform full gray, or is it staying in that state that he's currently in right now?
No, I'm
Where
pretty
there's
sure.
like,
Pretty sure he's going full gray.
okay, then I'm. It's funny. I know that like they had to do some kind of in between, but it feels so strange and kind of wasted in a way.
Yeah.
Him going full gray and then that not like that just because when is he ever gonna have to use that form again? Like, are we just gonna forget that that ever existed? I guess. I mean, maybe like 2.5 or 1.5 rather. Maybe we'll one day forget that that existed. Maybe same thing with like Mystic, or whatever, or whatever it was
Yeah.
called for Gohan in canon. Um, Maybe one day we'll forget it. Maybe one day we'll forget it the same way that I guess we forgot when, which is it's funny because it's as a power up in Dragon Ball Z Budokai, but when Krillin and Gohan got that boost from
Yeah. Guru.
Guru,
Lock potential.
yeah, unlock potential. Thank you. But even then, they didn't really change forms. Their ki was
No.
just bigger.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like it would have been weird if like Gohan and Krillin got different colored ki, and
Right.
it stayed with them, and it was just like what? And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, Frieza, we unlocked our potential,
I
and then
mean,
like the fucking
I think this form kind of it basically reminds me of if you've seen Lord Slug, but back in Z, kind
yes,
of had that in
yes,
between he was using Kaioken, but he kind of had the golden aura, which
yes.
yeah,
Which actually, apparently, I've heard some. I don't know if they're rumors or not,
it's
but I've heard
uh,
rumors that it was an animation error.
animation error. Yeah.
Oh wow, because I honestly think it was the best error. That is
Oh
the
yeah,
best
yeah.
error I've ever seen because it would have been so weird to me if he was full on Super Saiyan.
Right.
So I think that was the best animation error I've ever seen in my life, honestly.
Yeah.
I would like it if Super had more animation errors like that.
Yeah. Right.
No, that's an amazing animation error for me, personally.
So like he's
Yeah.
tapping into Ultra Instinct, but he hasn't
Mm-hmm.
granted like it's not the form yet. Yeah.
Yes, yes. No, because I think it would be a really strange thing to have that as a transformation in game. Now maybe it's in one of the newer games or it will be in the
Yeah.
newest game or whatever the next one is
Yeah.
after
Pretty
Fighters.
sure that got confirmed for Xenoverse 2.
Oh wow, but he only had that state. It wasn't full gray.
I'm not sure. It might be both, or it might be full gray. I
Okay.
was talking to another friend about it. He was showing
Okay,
me
okay.
clips.
Yeah, so then I don't think I but yeah, wait, so Xenoverse 2 is already out though. So what did you mean by got confirmed?
As in, it's gonna be either it'll be a character or a form for Goku as like
Okay.
DLC.
But wait, I'm confused though. Fighter Z is out now, not Xenoverse 2.
Yeah,
So but they're still supporting Xenoverse 2?
yeah,
Oh. Oh, okay. I mean, I know there's a Switch version coming out, or is already out.
yeah,
We actually talked about that on Keikaku Corner, another podcast that we do on this channel.
yeah. No,
Um,
because Fighter Z, they have like their roster is they're adding new forms to the roster would be difficult because
right.
like Goku and
Mhm.
Vegeta both have like Super Saiyan forms and Super Saiyan Blue forms,
No, no,
but
no.
they have different
You're-
move sets, so it's not just
Right.
like a palette swap like
Oh.
how
Wait, but then
Xenoverse.
so then they technically could add a new DLC character because
They-
it's not actually adding to the character itself.
Yeah,
In theory, they could.
in theory, yes. Yes.
Okay. No, I only bring it up because I thought they were palette swaps. When you actually said no, they're their own
Oh.
characters and they have
Yeah.
their own fighting stances and everything. Then and other movesets and kind of feel to their characters. Then technically they could add one for this form for Goku, just as DLC or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, I have no problem with Ultra Instinct. It's just very strange that that they have this as an in between, and he's gonna go full gray because I kind of like what they're doing. I do like. I don't know. I liked it looking like that. But again, he didn't master it, so we actually have to have him and show him mastering the form, which I do get. I still though think it's really funny to have gray be a color in a manga because obviously Super is going as well, so it's kind of like, guys, I don't know about this one.
I'm still holding out for the Rainbow Super Saiyan.
It's gonna come one day.
It's gonna happen.
I feel like Rainbow Super Saiyan has to be another Battle of Gods situation, but just everyone giving their full energy and just having him go just nuts.
The penultimate Saiyan.
Yes, the penultimate Saiyan. I have a question for you. Do you feel any kind of, I guess, relation, not like relation in their backstories, because obviously it's not related anyway, but in terms of how they're dealing with Jiren, with how they dealt with Broly, all jokes aside, with Vegeta giving his energy, because when Frieza was hit into the mountain, I was like, wait a minute, I was like, I'm getting some weird kind of. I've been recently watching clips from Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I'm sorry to tell the internet, I actually have never seen it in full. So I'm watching clips, and there was this one scene where Trunks says, I'm getting real dad vibes here, thinking about when, basically it was during the instant transmission Kamehameha. He's like, getting real dad vibes here, back to when Vegeta did the Final Flash. So the second Frieza got hit into the mountain thing by, or the, ring, whatever you want to call it, by Jiren, I was like, getting real Vegeta Broly vibes here.
Right.
Because that's what it reminded me of, personally. So, do you feel like it's kind of reminding you? I know we had, we had Kefla, right? Or was it
Kale?
Kale.
Or their fusion.
Yeah. No. I was thinking of just the one that became Broly.
Yeah.
Yes. Kale. Sorry, thank you. Kale, who basically became Broly. But I feel like Jiren is reminding me of Broly in certain ways, at least in terms of the way they're dealing with him and some of the shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm happy it's not just me. Now, here's the big thing the big elephant in the room that we haven't been talking about.
The big muscled elephant in the room.
Right? That we haven't been talking about. How do you feel about his backstory? Because I want to hear what your take on it is before why the sigh? I'm actually curious.
I mean, it's not bad. It may, I don't know. I don't have a problem with backstories like these. They're very common, but I don't have a problem with it being used a lot. But it just feels like they've built up Jiren so much and made him so otherworldly in the sense that like even the gods are kind of like shuddering about him, that to bring him back down and like, no, he still has a human element to him, kind of doesn't do it for me at this point.
Well,
doesn't feel right.
I also wanted him to have some otherworldly, I was modified by Yadrat androids who made me into, who worked with the gods to make me into...
I might not go that route, but I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I think this backstory was perfect for him, despite me not liking it. Yeah. And why was it perfect for him? Because it mirrors Goku very well. He's essentially evil Goku. Evil, quote unquote. Or a Goku on a different path. Goku has suffered a lot of hardship.
Yeah.
And instead of Goku being like, oh, I guess I'm just going to only look at strength and nothing else.
Right.
And sure, there are people that work with me, but really it's all about me. Right? Instead of that, Goku has said, no, I have all my friends, I love all my friends. Sure, yes, the plot makes it only about Goku at the end of the day. But it's not like, and sure, Goku says, no, we do believe in one-on-one fighting, yes. Right. But it's not like Goku will, Toppo was beaten, right? Yeah. He didn't die, but Toppo was beaten. Right. So to that, Jiren goes, well done. Goku would be like, oh my god, Toppo, are you okay?
Yeah.
That's the difference, in my opinion. Where, Goku worries about his friends. It might not seem like it all the time, I know, but Goku does actually worry about his friends.
Right.
Where it seems like Jiren is very cold, stoic, based on all the stuff that's happened to him. Because, let's think about it, right? Even though it's been a long time, Goku literally killed his own grandpa.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Right? Like, let's think about that for a second. Like, Goku should be mentally shot.
I mean, he felt bad about it when he realized what happened. He's like, "Oh God, I killed my own grandfather."
Yeah. No, yes. But because of Goku's upbringing, because of... I mean, heck, I think one of my favorite moments in Dragon Ball, and I mean the entirety of Dragon Ball, my favorite moment is Grandpa Gohan saying, "Don't worry about me. I'm happy. You live your life."
Yeah.
That is the sweetest thing I have ever seen. I love it to death. That's my favorite part of Dragon Ball. So for me, it feels like it's the best story best backstory only because it really mirrors Goku and how Goku could have easily turned into this character that's only about himself, doesn't care about anyone else, in a very stoic, like, no, all I care about is strength. Where Goku cares about, and I know people might laugh, like, Goku doesn't care about strength. He cares about getting stronger due to a friendly camaraderie with people. Like, oh, hey, let's fight and have fun.
Right.
Where Jiren is like, no, I must fight you because I will be stronger than you. Kind of like a more extreme Vegeta.
Yeah.
Or what Vegeta used to be.
Right.
Where Goku was like, hey, let's scuffle. And Vegeta was like, I'm going to go Majin and kill an arena's worth of people. And it's like, geez, Vegeta.
Right.
You could have just asked me to fight again.
I mean, Jiren still has... I mean, I'm assuming he still has a borderline that he won't kill, but...
Yeah, well, obviously, I don't think he'd be happy with killing. Which, I guess, makes sense why he's...
leader of the Pride Troopers, too.
And holding back in some ways, why he doesn't just go all out. I mean, not just the whole, I want to fight, but also, like, if I go all out, I might actually have killed one of you.
Right, exactly.
And not only would I be disqualified, but I'm not a big fan of killing, because my family died that way.
Right, and his master, and a lot of his friends that he trained with.
Yeah. So he's obviously had a very hard life.
Yeah.
But I think that the way they built him up, yes, you are 100% correct. Oh, or at least I believe that, I agree with you at the very least, in that it seemed like there's going to be a lot more to him. Right. So going with a very generic backstory, even though I do think it's a great foil with Goku, it still seems super generic with everything we've gotten over the years.
Hearing you go into it a bit more like that actually makes me more okay with it, because you have a point, and I like that idea. It's a good foil to Goku, but But
it doesn't change the fact that they built him up they built him up that I literally thought that the gods tortured him with and gave him like otherworldly abilities in some way.
Right.
When really it's kind of like, no, he had a bad life, so he fought to be strong. Which, again, while a good foil to Goku, is also a great way to describe Goku. Right. Which I guess, again, is what they're going for. Like, Goku is technically just immortal. He's not an android. He's not a god. Yet he was able to achieve these powers just like Jiren through hard work alone.
Right.
Which, okay, makes sense. But I do have to wonder, though, who is the bad guy that killed Jiren's family? And another thing, too, by the way, that person had purple ki.
It's a whole nother Pycon debacle. It's like, who killed this guy? Who killed Jiren's master?
But I have a weird thing to talk about. So people on the internet, I was somewhat spoiled about at least Jiren getting a backstory.
Right.
Because of people on the internet. And then I saw some YouTube thumbnails, and people are trying to say that maybe it was a god that killed people that he knew, because it was this weird purple ki that they usually use for demonic ki in the show, but now that ties into god ki-ish.
Right.
Or
that
like
would
how gods
be crazy
look.
if Belmond was the one who did it.
That's what I've heard some people say. Not actually heard their theories on it, but like I saw, like, did Belmond do this? And like, I saw like,
but
well, I mean, he's a god of destruction.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I always feel like, because they painted Beerus this way too. Like, he's on your side, but he's kind of not. It's like, will he do something that will be bad for you guys in the future? And we never go down that road. It basically follows the Dragon Ball thing of, we fought and you were kind of my enemy, but now we're friends and everything's okay.
Well, I'm cool with that.
Oh logic. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that too. But
as long as we don't tease it.
It just it feels like it's been teased, and it feels like it always felt at some point that mortals like Jiren or Goku and Vegeta would be kind of contesting with the gods, and the gods are like, "Whoa, you guys can't be this powerful. Like we're still running the show." Like, and it's not like not necessarily that Goku or Vegeta would want their role, but the gods looking in on them and being like, "Hey, so we know you're not going to try and take our position, but you're getting too
Yeah.
strong anyway, so we're going to have to put you down." It's
Yeah.
like,
So
but we.
I don't want to. I don't want to talk about the future of the show too much because that's for our last podcast
Yeah.
that we're doing on Super. But I want to say though that I think stuff like that, like your theories, and not just you personally, but like that general idea that they kind of teased this and then it kind of went nowhere. It does make me think that this is not the end for Super. That's just me. Like obviously Super itself is ending, but it's me, and it's just me, that they might go with something like Dragon Ball Super Z or Dragon Ball Z Super or something like that to signify that there's going to be a second season
But
later on down the line.
I feel like the idea is they're never going to have that kind of conflict with the gods because the gods, destruction angels or otherwise, are still. They're not the bad guys.
No. Well, here's the thing, though. It's their. Our Beerus is seemingly a nice guy after meeting Goku. Not every universe has met their Goku, so that's why it's like there's not a reason. I mean, there were some of those. What was it? What's his name? The rat-faced one.
Yeah.
That guy was a dick.
Yeah.
That guy was a dick. So I do think that there are some universes.
Can we not wish them back, please?
Just him. The rest of them, okay.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Just him.
Just not him. We'll get a different god of destruction for that universe. But also they talk about different god candidates. So like doing that, wouldn't that push Jiren to be like a good candidate?
Oh yeah, and
pushing him over that edge of a god, killing his family, stuff like that.
Toppo is already a candidate for God of Destruction, so it's like, is Jiren candidate to be an angel, or is that it? Because the angels are the only ones that don't get removed.
Mm-hmm.
And they all, this is an assumption. I don't know if this has been clarified or not, but because Whis is the son of the Grand Priest, and Vados is his sister, so are all the angels related?
No, I don't think that's true. But it would be interesting if it was. At least they seem to be. Because, obviously there's a family resemblance there, so of course they're related. Right. But the rest of them don't seem to be.
Right.
They would have mentioned that. Oh, shit, it's my cousin.
But
no, they didn't mention that. Although some of them do look similar, to be fair. So but I think they would have said.
Yeah, right. I feel like they would have said it, too, if they were all related.
Yeah.
It's like, do angels, is that not a position? Are they just immortal?
But that's the thing, I don't think, because I think the Jiren thing, being an angel, that's just, again, pure speculation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that too is also speculation. So I don't know. Again, that's future talk. But talking about the here and the now, and even the past, just as we're kind of wrapping some things up a little bit here and there, again, these 2 episodes, they weren't bad. I do enjoy, I enjoyed the fighting in them as well. I think it was, again, it was... I like when or rather when the show itself, just thinking of every single show so far, uses fighting to advance the plot. Not just in I'm going to defeat you, but this is kind of considered character development.
Right.
Right? So, in other words, back when Vegeta blew himself up in Z, it wasn't so much, Vegeta's actually going to win, even though I thought, and I'm sure you did too, and we all were like, maybe? Yeah. But it's not just that. It was the character development of him going, I love my family. I really do love you guys. This is for you guys. Please, I hope you survive this.
Right.
And it was, again, you even have Piccolo being like, I'm sorry, could you repeat that again?
Yeah.
I think I have some crazy in my ear. You're sacrificing yourself? Yes, because I love my family. Would have been nice if you loved that arena full of people. Oh, go fuck yourself.
You want to get Cosmos Blast too, Namekian?
Throw my son away and just stand right here.
Oh my god.
Throw
I'm the bald one, take my son.
Yeah, right?
Oh wait, he's not bald. Ah, damn it.
Yeah, right? Just, I can't call you Baldy anymore. Truly, this is the saddest day. But no, so I don't know, man. My take is that It's just like I enjoy, well, getting back to the whole like I enjoy the character development thing. We're talking about positives here as we're wrapping things up.
Yeah.
I enjoy fighting through character development or character development through fighting. So that's great. But do you feel like they were kind of lacking? Maybe because it felt like there was just hearing the talk of like I saw someone post a Rest in Peace 17 picture and I thought they were joking the same way they were with Have you seen this man for Frieza?
Yeah. I saw that as well, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. So with that, with
here we are
having 17's death, having Vegeta be eliminated, having Frieza be missing. Do you still feel like in a way it was underwhelming? Which sounds really dumb to say, I think, to some people. Even I feel dumb saying it. But do you feel like it was underwhelming?
I mean,
I don't know. Have we accepted Super's end so much that we're kind of just jaded and waiting for it, or do we want? Now do you think? But now do you think maybe with the last 3 weeks we're now going to sit back and think, no, this is going to be Goku and Jiren's true fight, and we're just going to be so hyped up that this is just the precursor, the true prequel prelude to that huge fight.
That's once we what see I'm hoping these, for.
Yeah, so then you think maybe once we see these 2 episodes, we're going to be like, no, Super, don't go. I mean, we still don't want it to go, to be fair.
Right.
But we're really going to be like, oh my god. Where now it's just, I guess we were wondering, we were wondering, how is 17 going to be eliminated? Oh, he's dead?
Yeah.
Oh. And then, how's Vegeta going to be eliminated? Oh, that was a nice way.
Right. Vegeta's elimination, I'm totally fine with.
Yeah. It's all the 17s. Yeah, it's all the 17 stuff.
Yeah. Vegeta's elimination is actually the one I've been most fine with this entire time. I
mean, Roshi I think Roshi was the...
yes, other than Roshi. Yeah, so Roshi and Vegeta, like, good knockouts.
Yeah,
everyone else, I've had problems with.
Yeah,
personally.
I don't know. I think... But here's the thing, too, though. Do you think 17 had to die?
No. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
It's not his elimination that bothers me. I knew he was going to get knocked out, and Jiren was going to be the one to do it, obviously. Like, that's fine. Knew it was coming. It's just the fact that he had to blow himself up to stop the blast. That's what...
Well, no, but what if he died... Because the thing is, of course he couldn't have died via Jiren, DQ. Well, no, because the thing is, the problem that they gave 17, that again, I still think it's an issue. No. Like, there's no argument coming from me there that's an issue. When you make 17 have unlimited energy... to the point where arguably he's just as strong as he was earlier in the fight. How can you defeat that unless you literally throw him over the edge and then throw an energy beam at him while he's over the edge?
Did it because
it makes me think of Super Smash Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to like
he almost was knocked out earlier, but 18 wrung herself out to throw him back in. So they could have done it. 18's got the same powers that he does, and yet.
But apparently, arguably, he's trained more. Although you're right, though. Again, that gets into that power level debate that we don't need to get into right now. But I'm just saying that they've made him so strong, like so powerful, that it's kind of like, how is he going to lose to Jiren?
Because, like, my whole thing, I know why Jiren would have gone for that big blast, because he was trying to take out all 3 of them, destroy the arena so that they all fall. But... I really wish they hadn't had him go that route and just had him try to wring them out, with a punch. Because that way you could have had it 17 and Frieza could have ganged up on Jiren.
Yeah.
Like Goku and Vegeta were doing. And granted, they wouldn't knock Jiren out, obviously. They would just hold him off long enough to let Vegeta and Goku regain their stamina. Have Frieza and 17 be wrung out by Jiren, and then Vegeta's episode would play out just the same.
Yeah. Again, it's all fan canon, but I'm not saying you're wrong. You're not wrong.
And, it's in the end, it's their call. It's their writing.
Yeah. It's kind of their show, sort of.
Right. And it's not like... I don't mean it to sound like, it would have been better if it was this way. What?
No, but I understand why you're saying that, though. I know, I get why you're saying it, though.
It is what it is, and I'm not going to be like, I hate Super now because they didn't do it the way I wanted to. No.
No. Still, I think I think it's just one of those things where I'm okay with stuff coming out of nowhere. It just felt like usually with the stuff that Super seemingly has been building up to or has been dropping, like with the Beerus stuff, it felt like 17 sacrifice. To me, maybe I haven't been paying attention, and I totally get if someone in the comments wants to say that I haven't and post like, oh no, but this here, and 17 said this over here. But it just hasn't occurred to me that 17 was going to die.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is, where it just didn't seem
in a tournament where no one is supposed to be killed because that's a disqualification. 17 self-destructing to stop a blast. It's like, oh well, Jiren's not disqualified because 17 did it himself. It's like,
well, remember they set up that rule. That's the one part of it that they set up.
Right.
No, not the rule of if you die, whatever. No, the rule of when they thought Goku died, they were like his own blast self-destructed him, and I was like, all right, I want to call bullshit, but it technically was the way they set up the rules that was allowed. So I still thought it was bullshit, but when they put that out there, that I think makes sense. Like, oh, you put that out there so that when you do it with 17, we've already acknowledged that could happen. Yeah. It's just but him dying is where I'm like, I don't know. Like that to me comes out of nowhere. But the whole him, it was his own blast that did it. It was his own blast. That part makes sense.
Because now it's just like no one else is gonna die. I don't think Frieza's gonna die, and we've got Goku and Jiren.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
They're gonna kill each other, but
no. I mean,
a twist.
We have to transition into DBZ somehow, unless literally Goku's coming back and no one acknowledged. You haven't seen me in 7 years, Goku. Well, Bulma, I've been dead. If you forgot.
Oh.
Do you remember that? Because Bulma literally told Goku, "You haven't seen me in years" at the end of Z because of that gap, where like Pan was older and everything.
Right.
But yeah, I think the one thing we should take out of all of this, the one thing that I think we should be happy about, regardless of anything that we've been saying over literally the years, because this show's been on the air for years now, and it feels like time has gone by. I think the one thing that we have to be happy about is that now GT isn't canon. So I think really that's something we should hold near and dear to our hearts. Right. He thought I was getting emotional. We can't see each other, by the way, so he doesn't see my expressions or anything. So he's like, yeah, man, it's been on the air for years. You know what wasn't on the air for years? Dragon Ball GT! Booyah! Got him! Anyway, it technically was on the air for more than a year. But, and I didn't even hate GT. It's just funny. But anyway, oh my god. Anyway, Tristan.
I am looking forward to Goku and Jiren finally having it out.
Yes, and we have that to look forward to next week. Yeah. You'll see us do another podcast on this in 2 weeks from now about the latest 2 episodes. Unless Tristan convinces me to do it once a week, which he totally can. But I think we're going to try to do it every 2 weeks, and then the final episode will just be the final one.
Right.
Although, strange thing though, Tristan.
Mm-hmm.
As we're officially, truly, now we're really wrapping this up.
Right.
There was technically I guess it's a rumor, but it technically isn't because it was a listing, a DVD listing, of Super only having 131 episodes. Right? Okay, makes 130 or 131?
I think it was 131, yeah.
Yeah. There's only 2 minutes left. Every episode is a minute.
Right.
So, do you think they're going to do what I said like a little bit earlier? I think it was like a podcast or 2 ago. You think they're going to maybe just have the tournament be the 2 episodes, and then the third one will be like an official like closing, wrapping up kind of episode?
Yeah, I think that's how they're going to handle it.
Yeah. Because it's so interesting. They're like 2 minutes left, and I'm like, because that's the one thing that it's so strange because I guess, we live in a social media, everyone's really savvy with the social media. We're on the social media. So obviously someone posting the DVD listing, a company has to post that no matter what. They're like, look, we have the DVD coming out in, in June or something, or in May. Right. So they have to post it. But because of that, then everyone gets wind of it, picks up on it. This wasn't like how things used to be pre-internet.
Yeah.
Or pre-internet the way we have it now. So my point with all that is, I guess you have to post like, hey, yeah, Super's coming to a close, but it does seem strange that Toei hasn't confirmed their own episode count, so we're kind of sitting here like, so it is going to end at 131 exactly, right? Like, it's just one of those things where it seems like they're not actually, unless maybe there's some rumored episode titles that I don't look at, because I don't like to look at the rumors, I like to just be surprised by the episode titles. But maybe there's other people that are like, no, Matt, here are the full episode titles to 131. Toei might not be acknowledging it, but other people are. Right. But I think it's just so strange that it feels like Toei, to me anyway, maybe I'm not in Japan, I'm not watching their, other Japanese media talk about Super ending.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's just people talking about the one article that was like, hey, this DVD website lists, or Toei, whatever website, lists that the DVDs are ending at 131. Hey, the show's still going and no one's talking about it, other than that one thing. I'm not saying the show isn't going to end. It totally is. But it feels strange to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, we don't need, like, during Super's broadcast to have, like, Vegeta look at me and be like, well, the show's going to end in 3 episodes. We don't need that, right? We don't
Not
need
until
that,
the
right?
DVD releases.
Yeah. We don't.
Oh, I broke Matt.
You broke me. You did it. It's been so many. It's been years. Not only have we been doing Super, we've been doing this podcast for years.
I delivered the final punch. It's okay, Matt. Your Ultra Instinct will awaken now.
Oh, good God. Is this...
Does that make you Jiren? Crap.
Is this the power of Ultra Podcast? All right, so... Jeez. Anyway, so... anything you want to say about these 2 episodes before we finish the podcast? I just think that these weren't the build up episodes we were looking for. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, but I think the next 2 are going to get us revved up, and you know what? We're going to get sad for 131. Don't let all this, because I think maybe the people watching, especially if this is your first time watching one of our podcasts, you're like, wow, if you don't like Super, then stop watching. It's like, no, actually.
No, I do.
This arc, we were the most hyped for, actually, out of any arc in Super. You might think, but Matt, you were very hyped up for the Future Trunks arc. Yes, I was, actually, to be fair, because I love Trunks. But I think after that arc, especially at the end of it, I was like, what's next? Yeah. And then once they were like, all of the universe is dying, I was like, I think I'm hyped. I was like, because this is what we've been waiting for. Ever since we got that 6 versus 7 thing. We were like, this is what we've been waiting for. So we're actually really hyped. I think that this is just one of those, we also, by the way, usually do a lot more episodes in a row.
Right.
So in a podcast, so there's usually, us doing maybe 4, maybe sometimes 5. So, everything, we kind of we get the chance to pick out some of the good stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But here, with what's been given to us, it's like 17's dead, Jiren's backstory was normal, Vegeta's been eliminated, and now Goku gets Ultra Instinct again. So, I think the next episode, we're going to be a lot less, maybe whiny or sulky, and a lot more
Yeah.
Just, is this the power? And and kind of just making a lot more light and kind of being a bit more.
I guess that's one thing I should mention. The combination attacks that Goku and Vegeta and 17 were doing together against Jiren, that was really cool. I was they're punching each other again.
The fights. The fights
really nice.
Yeah, the fights did not disappoint. Frieza disappointed, but again, I assume he's waiting in the rafters, just kind of jump right on in when he needs to.
I'm still here.
Yeah, right. Just literally like I'm still here. Where is here? I don't know.
No, we're just gonna as they're fighting each other, we're just gonna look at the observation stands, and Frieza's just gonna be sitting there, and he didn't say anything. And everyone, like Gohan looks over, it's like, wait a minute, Frieza, when did you get here? Shh, don't say anything.
No, I feel like Frieza has gotten hit so hard, he's just going to he's going to straight up do a Daffy Duck from Space Jam.
Daddy, I don't want to be on Namek anymore.
Daddy, I don't want to go to school today. I want to stay home and destroy planets with you. And then just kisses his dad on the cheek.
Right. Oh my God.
Cooler's just going by in his own little pod. Nerd. But anyway, so we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank you all so much for listening in. I want to apologize if we've seemed a little bit low energy. I think the next episode will, again, the next two, will really, again, hype us up. And also, I think it's the fact that, at least me personally, we're filming this, which usually we do an audio podcast, so I get to walk around. I get to be like, yeah, this. But now I'm in front of a warm light, and I'm wearing a leather jacket. So it's very warm, I think. But anyway, I want to thank you all so much for watching or listening in. That's what matters. Please remember,
podcast?
Yeah, this is the Power of Ultra podcast. Every time I hear "This is the Power of Ultra" podcast or Ultra Instinct rather, and I see Goku with his hand or turning, all I can hear is like deja vu, and I'm like, no, that's Initial D. That has nothing to do with this show. Anyway, so I want to thank you all so much again. Please remember to like and subscribe if you're watching this through YouTube. And because if you liked the video, you could like and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, you could still like and subscribe. It doesn't change anything. So please, if you're watching this through our YouTube channel, Those Guys on the Radio, if you're not, and you're actually watching this through our Blog Talk Radio account, you can still follow us through there, blogtalkradio.com/ThoseGuysOnTheRadio. Or maybe you're listening to us through iTunes and you searched up Those Guys on iTunes and you found all of our podcasts listed there. You could also follow us through iTunes as well. Also, you might be seeing, if you're watching us on our Those Guys on the Radio YouTube channel, I have a Those Guys Play t-shirt that you can actually get over at our main website, which is tgproduction.net/merchandise, or this should be also on our eBay channel as well, our eBay page, which is ebay.com/USR/ThoseGuysRadio. And if this isn't there, a bunch of other cool shirts are there as well as some very interesting merchandise. Anime, pro wrestling related, that I'm selling for my personal collection, that is also, again, on the eBay, so you can get that there too. Also, if you want to follow us and just see what we've been doing, be it podcast related, be it Let's Play related, you can actually go check out our Facebook, which is /ThoseGuysOnTheRadio, our Twitter, which is @ThoseGuysRadio, and our main website, which is tgproduction.net. And also, speaking of our Let's Plays, Tristan, we're currently doing Those Guys Play Dragon Ball Z, specifically Budokai, but we also have Those Guys Play Dragon Ball Z as a whole, because we have Infinite World as well that we're still playing. And you can catch all that. And also, by the way, we recently did an episode of Those Guys Play Season 4, where you and I played Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. We've done a lot of different Godzilla podcasts on Friday Night Movies and Anna Saturday. So again, you can check that out over at our Those Guys Play YouTube channel, and we have our TG Productions YouTube channel, which kind of has like little fun skits and different kinds of maybe trivia episodes or some other kinds of funny like parody dubs and stuff like that. So you can go check that over at TG Productions. And if you're wondering, well, that's just so much to follow. Again, I mentioned all of our social media accounts because we're on the social media, Tristan. And also want to mention that you can go to our Patreon as well, which is TG Production, patreon.com/TG Production. And by going to our TG Productions Patreon account, you can basically, depending on what tier you donate to, you can either become, in a way, a part of the show, either by telling us, hey, you should do a podcast on like your top five Dragon Ball Super fights, or your top 5 Dragon Ball Z fights, or your top 5 Dragon Ball villains, right? Either in Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball overall as a franchise. So you can basically, it doesn't have to just be, hey, do a podcast on this episode of Dragon Ball Z. But it could be, right? It totally could be. But it doesn't have to be that. So you can either get involved with us in that way, or you can become a sponsor. So depending on what tier you donate to, we can give you a shout out at the end of every episode, either of our podcasts or of our Let's Plays, depending on what you want to be considered associated with. And also, depending on what tier you donate to, you can say, hey, I would like you and Matt to play this game. So you can basically say, I would like Matt Marrero and Tristan Walter to play Barbie's Horse Adventure or something like that. And again, depending on what tier you donate to, we will do it, right? Like, I'll be like, Tristan, we're getting you on the webcam, and we're doing this.
Can't make me.
Yes, I can if we're being paid. And another thing, too, by the way, is, because you're getting some of that. Another thing, too, by the way, I want to mention, it doesn't have to just be me and Tristan. It could be Tristan and Anthony. It could be Tristan and Satish. We have so many different hosts on the show that unless there's some really big concern, because some of our hosts do live upstate, you and I, Tristan, from New York, some hosts live upstate, some have very, very, very busy schedules. So unless there's a big conflict, you can pretty much mix and match any host you want to, which can lead to some very interesting hilarity for, both Those Guys Play and Those Guys on the Radio, because, there's some hosts who literally have never met each other. Like, you haven't met a fair amount of people that have been on Those Guys Play or Those Guys on the Radio, funnily enough. So you can have some very interesting combinations.
All just names without faces.
What? We do. We only for the podcast, Tristan. We have Let's Plays with faces. We record on camera like the one we're doing right now. But anyway, so again, I've said it before and I'll say it all again. I don't care how many times I say it because it's true every single time. Thank you all so much for watching / listening. My teeth are falling out. Love you all. Take care and say goodnight, Tristan.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. See ya.